Today in our today's session, I'll continue on the Unix command, one of the very powerful Unix command that would help us a lot, I would think, in updating files on the fly, changing the files from a command line, but based on some patterns. That's called SED. So this command is, as you see, as you might have known, it is called SED. Okay, this helps to update the content of a file. Either update the content, update the file, or update the only the, what do you call it? Only the contents. Just to show you, just to show the changes without updating the file. I'll show you on the way. By the way, today I'm gonna show you not using my the Mac OS terminal, but I will show you using Amazon EC2 that I have through my account. We'll go one time. We'll go on how to create an account and browse around the AWS account. But for now, we'll assume that we have a Unix box. That's EC2 I created from AWS. This is what you see in front of you. So this here, as you see, I think I have one file. It's called test file. As you see here, it has four lines. You can also actually here, this type of Unix actually is different. It's called Cloud9. It's a EC2, but you will be able to open getting into the terminal from the browser. But again, we can see both from our terminal as well as here. But at this time, let's assume that we don't see it at all. Okay, I'm gonna close everything, and I'm gonna work on my here. So this is the file here. I have everything. It's weird here, but at least it's good. The first thing that I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you just update some words, a word inside a file. If there are multiple of them, instead of, for example, this Unix here, right? Unix, a lot of them. Instead of going after them, you can use this powerful command to update those words with a different word. To do that, I have to SED, okay, either single quote or double quote. They're gonna search. You're gonna search for that file, Unix, and then you're gonna Unix, and then you're gonna replace with a word. It's called Linux, for example, where globally, all over. Just go all over and replace wherever you find that file, that word. From which file? That is from the test file. So if I do this, this is just update the contents, but without updating the file. For example, you can see what it's doing is just updating the content, the word with a new word, but not the actual file. Again, if I can show you, if you see the file, the Unix are still there, but what you see on the command line is the changed. You can always create a new content. You can always create a new file, but if in some time, if you want to just replace the file, the contents, without updating the file, this is how you would do. Like I mentioned, I may go second file, so the output would go into this one. So if you see here, let's say I will do second file. See, all the Unix are replaced now by Unix, but while my original file is still Unix. So again, what I'm trying to see is this type of command. It's first of all globally, but also you don't update the original file. Okay. The other one I was going to show you is, as you can see, go away. How many patterns are you finding in one line, for example? Here, 2, 3. You know, 2, 3, and even 4 here actually. So what this is telling me is, how about if I want to update the first occurrence of the whole of every line. For example, I said, like, how many occurrences do we have here? 2, 3, right? Just 1, 2, 3, 4 in every line. So what it is doing is, how if I want to only update the second, this one, how many lines would I change, do you think? I would change 2 lines. This line, from this line, this content, from this line, this content. Let's find out how to do that. Yes, command is, we said Unix, it is by Linux, and then it is the second. Okay, the second in the row, second occurrence of every line. If I do this, it will go and after every all over the lines, but it will only replace 2. In the second occurrence of every line. In this case, it's this one. In this case, it's going to be this. Not here. Let's see what it says. Exactly. So this guy didn't change. This guy didn't change, but it changed here. But it didn't change here. So what it's doing is, it goes into the second occurrence of every line. This is how you would do it. The second one is, the third one is, how about all occurrences? That's actually, we already did that. And the other one is, how about only the specific line. Okay, now let's say I'm going to clean it again. If I say, in here I have most of the lines have the Unix, right? But I want to change only this third file, this line only, this line, not this guys or not this guys. If I know the lines that I want to replace, I can just go and replace it. How to do that? SED. Again, the change is not being saved into what? Into a real file. It's just printing me out all of them with the change. Like I said, you can always create your own file based on if you want to create a new file, like I said here, right? Anyway, so here, which line are you going? 3. Okay, now search that search Unix. Hey, by how do you replace it with Linux? And then let's go everywhere, of course, and then let's close it, and let's do this. Right? By the way, if I don't place this one, I think it's just global, but that's okay. I just want to be explicit. So what I'm doing is, see, Unix everywhere except the third line. I want the third line, and then I search for Unix and replace by Linux. Great. And the other one is, how about if I want to duplicate the line where the occurrence is, where the pattern is found. Like I said, I'm going to clean again. Okay. So Unix happens in this line, exists in this line, but does not exist in this line. It exists in this line. It exists in this line. So what I'm doing is, if I find the pattern in that line, the whole line will be duplicate. So what I'm expecting is this one, this one, this one, they will get duplicated. How do we do that? Is search and then Unix by Linux, and then no, Linux by P. So when I do P, it means it will find and duplicate them, kind of. Can I say it's kind of a test? Whatever. But look at that. So in the first line, Unix was found, so it duplicated. In the third line, Unix was found, it duplicated. By the way, it not only duplicated, but also again, like I said, it replaced them. By the way, it's replacing only the first file. Maybe I should have done G. That's so weird. That'd be awesome. Good to know. Okay, so I didn't put P, I didn't put G globally. It assumed, I think, the first line, the first occurrence of the line. Good to know, right? So actually we were only concerned about the duplication, so it did. The duplication happened every line with the occurrence exists. Okay. How about if I wanna? So as you saw that when I was doing the SED and to replace them, this line was never found in the pattern, but it was been printed. But if I don't want to print, only I want to print the lines that the pattern exists. Okay, how do I do this? SED minus n. Now n is outside actually. Search for Unix replaced by Linux. Okay, this one. And then what? Okay, again, it should be, I can do globally everywhere, and then where in each file. Interesting. What did we find? I think I made a mistake. The mistake was I should have done P instead of instead of only G. So I should, as you see again, the replacement is happening only on the first line, which is okay. We're not concerned because I could have done P and G, but here it is. Here it is. My main focus was on, my main goal was on the printing where the occurrence happened. So exactly it did. So it omitted this line because there was no occurrence of my pattern. Okay. How about if I wanna search? If I wanna search the occurrence. Okay, like I said, my changes my occurrence are happening. I mean, obviously I'm looking for Unix, so Unix is happening first one, not second one, third one, and fourth. How about if I only search between 1 and 3rd, and then replace them, whoever is in that? I can do this. Okay, so for that I will do 1, 3, which means between 1 and 3, space, and search now Unix replaced by Linux. So if I want to make it first occurrence, I will leave it like this. If I want to say that the whole occurrence, I can say G and then replace this. So what is happening is, it's globally by the way, Linux all over, because you see that Unix and Linux. But again, I'm focusing on line 1 number line 3, because line 4 is not updated at all, because there is, even though there was a occurrence of the pattern, but it didn't replace because I restricted which line it should look at. More, I can go between the second and the end, right? Between second and end, and as you know, in a command line, that dollar sign is the end. So I can say between the first and the end, which is going to be between second and end, which is start from here. The first one, Unix, is never touched. But like I said, all this example that I was giving you is to just print it out only, not creating a file. One of the thing we would do is we can echo them out right away into a file. But SED also has its own functionality to do that. So to replace the file, to update and replace the file, I can do this by -i. If I do -i, it will just replace it right there in the file. So again, how is this? Yeah, Unix replaced by Linux, and the first occurrence, or let's say globally all over, and then a test file. So what is this now doing is it's going to update my file, not no mercy now. My file is going to be updated. I think a lot of times we like to, during the deployment, sometimes we update configuration files based on the environments. So we can go and update them this way. So now my file is now updated, unlike previous. See here, Unix are replaced all over. Maybe also we can create a copy of the original one, right? We can copy of the original ones. For example, I would say, now if I do this, what's happening here? By the way, there is this Linux that is important. Even I think it's only this guy who was not supposed to be was not supposed to be updated. If I remember my example, let's see this guy. What did this guy say? See here. Oh, actually, that was during the change. Whatever. So what I'm trying to see actually is, let's say -i is Linux Unix G. So now if I do this, Unix is back. What did I do? Linux wasn't right, so the occurrence wasn't found. Perfect. So this guy needs to be replaced. How do you say that? How do you replace this? This is a great example. How would I aim at this guy and replace only this guy? First of all, I would say this is a third line. Okay, so SED third line. Oh, what? Third line, and then search for Unix. Replace it by Linux. What? I'm going to go to the third line, and also I'm not replacing everybody, only the second, because that is the second occurrence, because there is Unix and Unix second occurrence. And then if I do this, by the way, I'm not printing this out. I'm just printing this out. I'm not changing the file. If I have to do that, let's do that again, because I think we are sure now. Easy, like this. Now if I do this, see, Linux is changing. Dude, I didn't put second, I just put a... Why did I do this? Oh yeah, let's do this. Anyway. Unix. Unix, right, by Linux, set line, and then only the first occurs. So change it there, and just exactly the first occurrence is now changed. So all the Unix and back to the original contents. So now I did this to refresh to revert all the changes to that file, and then make a change to the file, but keep a copy. How do this? SED minus IC, by the way, is let's say Unix is replaced by Linux is all over, and in that file I would do that. So what is going to happen here? By the way, you're able to see my files. I mean, in normal Unix Linux box, I don't think so you'll be able to see. But again, let's just take advantage of this. So SED is going to interactively go inside the file and update it, and also keep original copy. Okay, see, there is, and another file is created. So if you see that new file, the new file is the original content, but the new the updated original file is now with the update. See here, Unix is replaced by Linux. I really hope you liked SED, you learned something about SED. I hope you will also start using it and admiring it, like me, because I love it. So for today, I think this is all, and then I'll come back with another great commands video. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.